Chapter 1. The meeting in a quiet hollow under the shade of towering fig trees. The earth pulsed with life. The leaves shimmered like emerald scales as shafts of sunlight spilled between them. His name was Viren, and though his scales glistened bronze and green, he was smaller than most of his kind. He was clever, though, and curious. Birds sang in the canopy. Beetles scurried across tangled roots. His mother always warned him, the forest is not only predator and prey, it's secrets. Beware, secrets! Deep in the undergrowth, a young snake slithered silently. Curiosity had brought him farther from his nest than he'd ever dared go. But secrets were precisely what Viren wanted to find. He wound around a log and paused. A rustle caught his attention. He flicked his tongue to taste the air. She had pale gray fur and enormous, trembling ears. Her whiskers quivered as she sniffed the air. She was searching for fallen seeds. Her name was Nia Musk. Fur! Mouse! A tiny creature emerged from a patch of moss. Viren's predator instinct surged, coiling his muscles, but something made him pause. Nia was singing softly as she searched. Beneath the green, beside the stone, the forest sings in quiet tone. He stared. He'd never heard a mouse sing before. And perhaps that small, unexpected song saved Nia's life. Instead of striking, Viren hissed softly. Nia froze. Her tiny eyes widened. "Don't eat me!" she squeaked. "I'm too small and skinny, really I am. I'm not going to eat you," Viren said, surprising himself. Nia blinked. "Why not?" Viren considered. He'd never thought he'd want to talk to a mouse. Yet, this one seemed different. "Because," he said, "I think you know secrets, and I want to know secrets." Nia tilted her head. "What sort of secrets?" Viren leaned closer. "About the heart of the forest. My grandmother told me stories. A serpent older than the trees. His scales are like black jewels. They say he guards the forest's heart, a place of pure magic." At that, Nia's expression shifted. A shadow passed over her tiny face. "You shouldn't be asking about that," she whispered. "Why not? He'd spent his whole short life being smaller and weaker than the other snake. What if he could find this heart of the forest and prove himself? Because the forest's heart belongs to the Serpent King." Chapter 2. The tale of the Serpent King Viren coiled himself more tightly. "What Serpent King?" Nia glanced around nervously. Viren's eyes glittered. "Magic! Dangerous magic!" Nia whispered. "The Serpent King strikes down any creature who comes near. Birds, beasts even, other snakes." Past the stone pool where the moonlight dances, Viren's tongue flicked. "Why? I don't know. Maybe to keep balance. Or maybe he's just cruel." "Me? Into the heart of the forest? Are you trying to get me?" Viren felt something flare inside him, a spark of determination. "Where is this place?" he pressed. Nia wrung her paws. "I shouldn't tell you." Her brothers and sisters snored softly around her, but she couldn't sleep. "But you know, don't you?" She hesitated. Then, trembling, she said, "I've seen a path. It goes under the roots of an ancient tree." Viren felt as though the air itself had brightened. A secret path, a hidden treasure. "Will you show me?" Nia squeaked. "No, it's forbidden." Viren leaned closer. "Then, come with me." Nia stared at him as though he'd gone mad. But deep inside, Buffies whispered that maybe Viren's quest mattered. The forest felt different lately. Colder though summer lingered. Shadows seemed deeper. Even the birds sang less. "I'll protect you," Viren insisted. They passed towering mushrooms, trickling streams, and soft moss carpets. Once, a hawk screamed, and Nia flattened herself into the earth. Viren curled protectively around her until the danger passed. "You're a snake." "I'm a very determined snake," Nia sighed. She shuffled her paws. "I'll think about it." Chapter 3. The Decision. That night, Nia crept back to her nest under the roots of a beech tree. "Come with me." The young snake's words haunted her. She should ignore him. If Viren wanted to find the heart of the forest, perhaps he'd need help. At dawn, Nia scurried back to the hollow. Viren was waiting, coiled around a fern. When he saw her, his eyes brightened. Well, Nia took a deep breath. "I'll come," Viren let out a hiss of delight. "Excellent! But if you try to eat me," she added sternly, "I'll bite your tail." Viren grinned. "Deal." Chapter 4. Into the forest. The journey began under a rising sun. Nia scampered ahead, guiding Viren between roots and leaves. Birds swooped overhead. "You're braver than I thought," Nia panted after they continued. "So are you," Viren said. By dusk, they reached the stone pool Nia had described. Moonlight shimmered across the water's surface like silver threads. "There," Nia whispered, pointing to a narrow crack between two tree roots. "That's the path." Viren slithered forward. "Come on!" But Nia hung back. Viren turned. His voice was surprisingly gentle. "So am I, but we'll be brave together." With trembling paws, Nia followed. Chapter 5. Under the earth. The tunnel was damp and close. Nia's whiskers brushed the walls. Viren glided beside her, eyes glowing faintly green. "And you, small mouse, why are you here?" Far ahead, a faint blue light glimmered. "What's that?" Nia whispered. "I don't know," Viren said. "But we're going to find out. I want to be more than just a predator. I want to belong." They emerged into a cavern where crystalline roots hung like the floor pulsed with soft blue glow. In the center, a single tree grew from stone. Its leaves shimmered silver. A faint humming filled the air, music like distant bells. "This must be it," Viren breathed. "The heart of the forest." But before they could move closer, a voice echoed through the cavern. "Who comes to my sanctuary?" A great black serpent unwound himself from the tree. His scales shimmered with an oily rainbow sheen. His eyes burned like twin stars. Nia squeaked. Viren froze, every muscle taut. The Serpent King loomed above them. Chapter 6. The choice. The Serpent King's voice was as deep as falling stones. "A snake and a mouse. How curious." Viren forced himself to speak. "I came because I want to know the forest's secrets." "And why should I grant you knowledge, little serpent?" Viren swallowed. "Because I want to protect this place." The Serpent King regarded him, his gaze shifting to Nia. Nia stammered. I didn't want him to go alone." A hiss of amusement. "Courage in unlikely forms." He slithered closer, circling them both. "Many creatures seek the forest power for greed. What makes you different?" Viren lifted his head. "I'm tired of hiding in shadow," Nia whispered. "The forest feels sick lately. If there's something wrong, maybe we can help." The Serpent King fell silent, his eyes dimmed to a thoughtful glow. "The forest is changing," he murmured. "A sickness spreads from beyond the eastern ridges. If it reaches here, the heart will die." Viren leaned forward. "Then teach us how to stop it." Nia raced into his coils, hugging him tight. The Serpent King lowered his great head. "Knowledge has a price. I must test your hearts." Nia trembled. "How?" The Serpent King's tongue flicked. "Prove you trust one another. Only together can you survive the test. These are the true secrets of the forest's heart." Chapter 7. The Trial. A tremor shook the cavern. The ground split. A chasm yawned open, dividing Viren and Nia. "Viren!" Nia cried. "Only creatures united across predator and prey can carry my message to the other forest creatures. Warn them. Gather allies! Drive back the The Serpent King's voice boomed. "One must cross the darkness. The other must guide them." The chasm glowed faintly with blue light. Jagged rocks jutted from the walls. When it faded, the cavern was empty. The Serpent King was gone! Thank you," Nia looked down. "I'm too small to jump that." Viren nodded. "I'll cross. You guide me." Nia swallowed hard. "Okay. Go left. 3 steps." Viren edged forward, scales sliding over loose stones. "Now, right?" The night forest seemed changed, softer, brighter. A gentle breeze carried the scent of blossoms. "We warned the other creatures. We saved the forest." He shifted and nearly slipped. Pebbles rattled into the depths. He froze, shaken. "I can't see," he hissed. "You have to trust me," Nia called. Viren squeezed his eyes shut. "Okay." Snake and mouse, predator and prey. And for the first time, Viren felt he truly belonged. Step by step, Nia's trembling voice led him across. Finally, his coils found solid ground. He lifted his head. The Serpent King's laughter echoed through the cavern. "Well done. Few paws. My trial." Chapter 8. The Serpent's Promise. The chasm sealed itself with a soft rumble. The Serpent King lowered his enormous head toward Viren and Nia. "You showed trust. Compassion." He flicked his tongue. "Come closer." Together Viren and Nia approached the silver leaf tree. The Serpent King whispered, "This tree stores the magic that sustains the forest, but something poisons its roots, a blight from the east." Viren nodded solemnly. "We will." The Serpent King gazed at Nia. "Greater than mouse, you are small, yet your courage is vast." Nia blushed. The Serpent King's eyes glowed. "You may return here when the forest is safe. Until then, keep my secret." He bowed his great head. Light flared around the silver tree. Chapter 9. The journey home under starlight. Viren and Nia emerged from the hidden tunnel. Viren glanced at Nia. "So, what now?" Nia raised her chin. Viren grinned. "Partners." Nia held out a tiny paw. "Partners." He tapped it gently with his snout. They set off together into the dark trees, side by side. Because he'd found not only the forest's secrets, but a friend. Epilogue. Deep beneath the forest, the silver trees shimmered quietly. And though no eyes could see, the Serpent King's voice rumbled like distant thunder. The forest's heart beats stronger today, for trust has taken root. The end.